Yeah. And then for my 5th year, I also got one of those, so it's like out there.
I have one of those, but I don't think I got that for my 3rd. Maybe it was my 3rd.
No, and then what is it? My 2nd and 4th year, I got a certificate. So I guess my 2nd and 4th year weren't as important because I just got a piece of paper. But my 3rd and 5th year, I got a plaque that I'll never know what to do with.
I got multiple certificates that were all sent at once from like different months. For I had like the most calls.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how ironic.
I was like,
I had that.
One was from like March and one was from like June, and I didn't get them until way later or something.
Yeah, that place is a little weird.
Like, oh, didn't even know these existed.
Yeah, well, I don't get any recognition anymore for anything, and you know what? That's fine, because the sooner this can blow up, this podcast, hopefully, and other things I do, the sooner I can be done with work. I'm ready to move on to other things. So, just work anymore is just not as rewarding.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of places aren't really rewarding because it's just grind. And I get it. Not everyone can have the luxury to do what they want in life. You just got to work to get that money so you can actually survive. But we're going to move on to some fun stuff, which means we're going to move on to some Reddit stories. Oh, all the fun and juicy drama that we get to not be a part of, but we get to listen to. So, hi guys, I'm your host, Rebecca, for the Reddit Randos podcast. And today, if you haven't already figured or guessed, I have with me my co-host and sister by law, Brandy. That's your title now, sister by law. You started it. I'm going to keep with it. So I get to say it more to you now. It's always definitely stood out to me when you keep saying that.
That's what I have in my phone as.
You do? Do you have it for the other one too, or just me?
Just you.
Just me? I hold a special place in your heart, even if it is negative.
Yeah.
Hey, you wouldn't be around us if you didn't like me.
I'm only here for the kids.
Yeah, you wouldn't be in this room with me. Yeah, I didn't. You willingly came in here. You accepted my drinks.
Here for the drinks and cakes.
Yeah, my sparkling ice. Yeah. My Dr. Pepper Zero.
My cup was low, so I had to fill it.
It's okay. I'm always here to help you with your drink problem, I guess.
My drinking problem.
Your drinking problem. You need some more carbonation.
Yeah. Gotta stay hydrated.
Yeah. Okay, let's get right into it. These are going to be random all over the place. We literally got a little bit of like, am I overreacting? Best Redditor updates. Am I the a-hole? And some petty revenge. So buckle up, everyone. We're going to get into it. So this first one I'm starting off was 5 months ago. It is from r/am I overreacting. It says, am I overreacting, or was this super messed up? So I guess we'll find out what the actual problem is. Okay. So my sister got married last weekend. I was a bridesmaid, and I helped her plan stuff. I went to all the things. I paid for my dress, hair, makeup, the whole 9 yards. I didn't complain. I showed up early. I did what I was supposed to do because I wanted her day to go well. Anyway, we get to the reception. I go to find my table, and I swear to God, the little name card says, Weight Watchers. No, she didn't.
Weight Watchers.
Not like a cute table name or a funny inside joke, just Weight Watchers. I thought maybe I misread it or something, but nope. I look around and realize everyone at the table is plus size. All of us, every single person there. I pulled my sister aside and asked her what the heck that was all about. And she literally laughed. She goes, oh my gosh, don't be so sensitive. I just thought it'd be more comfortable if people were with others like them. It's a body positive thing. That is not a body positive thing. That is just literally like putting them out there. That's putting a spotlight on them and literally just throwing them out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have sat at that table if I saw that sign.
So she goes on saying, girl, what? How is putting all the bigger people at one table body positive? It felt more like hide the fat guest in the corner so they don't ruin the aesthetic. I was mortified. So I left. I didn't make a big scene. I just quietly grabbed my gift and dipped. It's been 5 days and she hasn't reached out, nor have I, but she is on her honeymoon, so I don't expect her to hear from her for a few more days. Maybe it'll be all over by then, but my feelings are legit so hurt right now. So am I overreacting, or was that straight up rude and humiliating? Also, I wore Spanx for 4 hours and I want compensation. I mean,
If it was my sister, I would have made a scene.
yeah. Like, who literally sets up a table, says puts Weight Watchers there, and says, oh, all the bigger people can be there so they can be around their, like, others. Like, let's, in an environment where we put all the bigger people together. Like, I wanted you to be with your kind.
I wouldn't have made a scene on my behalf. I would have made a scene on everyone else at that table's behalf.
Yeah, I would have been like rile them up. Like, how dare she do this
Like,
to
why?
us?
Yeah.
Like, did she even know these people? How did she know how, like, she must have known everyone was like, oh, they're all big, so we're just going to put a big clump of these people together so they can get along with each other since they already have one thing in common, and that's for being, I guess, overweight. Like, even if they weren't, I don't know. That's just ridiculous. You never do that. That's like the worst thing you could do to a person is
And if you're going to do something like that, then do it more sneaky where you're not literally naming the table.
Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
Literally naming.
You want to put all your fat cousins
there.
Together, fine, but don't label it that way.
Oh my gosh, like, that is... And the sister must be skinny. She must be, like, super skinny that she...
But that's the thing, like, what is this sister calling plus size? Because there's plenty of, quote, plus size...
That is true.
...quote, that are not plus size, but they're thicker girls.
Yeah.
And just curvy.
Like,
that
the other day I heard, like,
a
guy was calling his wife, he's like, you're so fat, no one would be with you. And she's like, I'm 130.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I think people literally just...
Everyone carries weight differently.
Maybe they're curvier. Yeah. Like, literally, they just carry more curves in areas that you are jealous about. So you would rather just push them off into a side and name call them, basically. You're basically you're making them feel bad so you can make you feel better.
Yeah.
The sister is. That's just ridiculous. So that's where the update came in, and that's when she's like, I also didn't put down what the names or the ages were, and OP is 32 female and sister is 30 female. I haven't been overweight my whole life. It seems like I turned 25 and everything started sticking to me. My mom and dad and older sister are all slim. Doesn't matter. Like,
she's 30 years old. It's not like she's 19.
Your metabolism slows
immature.
So down after you're in your 20s. Like, you could be in high school and be skinny, but then all of a sudden you get out into college and you realize, or not even college, just you're getting out of high school and your metabolism slows down, and all of a sudden everything that you did eat that was literally just like never stuck to you, all of a sudden it does. And if you don't watch that, yeah, it can add up pretty quickly. Like, I've realized that. I mean, yeah, everything gained to me pretty quickly after I was a stick in high school, and then once I got like out of high school, I realized because I wasn't in sports constantly, and I wasn't probably watching because I was like always kind of, my parents were always strict on food, and once I got out, I was like, I'm free to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I realized quickly, yeah, that's not always good if you don't keep it controlled sometimes.
I got adult money.
Right? When I was in college, I didn't even have adult money. But then I got married, and I honestly think marriage also made me gain weight because I got comfortable. And Justin was so great. He was just like, yeah, we could have ice cream every night. Doesn't matter. And I'm like, yeah. I blame partially for him having me gain weight, but I know I could have controlled it more myself.
Well, you also have babies, too, so...
I also had babies. That also added to it. Okay, so she goes on with an update. She's like, whoa, I posted this as I am going to bed last night with only the hope of having a couple unbiased people tell me if I was being super sensitive. Let me answer a few questions. Did my family notice that I was gone or reach out? Yes, my dad called me right after I left, and my mom called me about 2 hours later. Both understood my reason for leaving, but both tried to talk me into sucking it up and coming back. By the time mom called, I was in my PJs. She says, I was in my jams, so I definitely wasn't coming back.
Yep, nope.
She seems like someone fun I'd hang out with. So, basically, it goes on. Sorry I didn't add those details before. I was trying to keep this short as possible. Also, I get extremely overwhelmed by loads of comments, so I probably won't come back for a while. Thanks for validating me. I may update one when or if we talk. I don't want to lose my sister over this. I just want her to acknowledge if it was wrong. TLDR, my sister sat me at a table specifically reserved for overweight people at her wedding reception under the guise of body positivity. So,
Sister sounds like an idiot.
Yeah, no. Why would you put that in public? Like, what makes you think you put that down and you, like, literally look at that and you're like, yes, this is the way. This is the right thing to do. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so top comment says, wow, what did other people at the table have to say about the name cards? I'm also wondering if she named other tables. It's been a long time since I've encountered such audacity and I have questions. I can't even begin to describe the hurt I would have felt, OP. I am so sorry. Not overreacting, obviously. And OP did reply to that saying, I honestly don't know what the other people at the table thought about it. I left so fast. I mean, I would too. I wouldn't even want to go over to the table. I wouldn't
even sat down.
No, if I would have seen that and would have heard what my sister would have said, I would have been like, forget it. I didn't do all this for you just to be humiliated.
My sister would have known I left.
Yeah, exactly, right? Your sister would have known you.
She would have known.
She would have known what that would have done to you. So I did have one cousin at the table, but we aren't close, and I haven't reached out to ask her thoughts on it. From my quick glance around, it did look like the tables were named, but nothing like Weight Watchers. So she named other tables. I wonder what other ones. The two tall people. The short kings
the
people.
Divorcees.
Oh, the divorcees. Yes. Oh, my word. Yeah, let me see. I want to see if she's ever posted anything else. I don't think she ever has. No, she's posted nothing else. So, yeah, that's it. That was from 5 months ago, so I don't think we are going to get an update on that. But that is super messed up. So, yeah, am I overreacting or was this super messed up? You aren't overreacting. It is very super messed up. That's ridiculous. I would never want to speak to my sister, like, for a very long time, if ever again, if that happened. I would just be like, that's what you think of me? Like, okay, dang. Yeah. Okay, so next story we're going to get into is from AITAH. It's an Am I the A-hole? This is from 4 days ago, so it's pretty recent. Am I the a-hole for getting upset because family members assumed I'd be watching their newborn? I mean, right off the bat, if they're assuming, then yeah, no, I'd say you're not.
Yeah.
So, okay. It starts as, I'm a stay-at-home parent. All of my children are finally in school. I now have the time to delve into my hobbies and learn some new things which I have been enjoying. During Thanksgiving, I overheard some family members talking about their new bundle of joy. They were asked about childcare, and unbeknownst to me, they said I was going to watch the child. You just overheard this. And you're like, this is news to me. Yeah. The person who's, I guess, going to be watching your child. They never even asked me. I looked at them and they just smiled. Like it was a privilege for me. I wasn't trying to make a scene at the holiday party, so I didn't say anything, just gave a look. I do not in any way, shape, or form want to do that. I'll watch the baby here and there, but not every day. Am I the a-hole? No. If no one ever talks, you literally you just tell the people, especially if you haven't talked to the person you're going to ask, you just say, well, we're trying to work things out. We're still looking, and we got to ask a few people about, their times, if they're willing to do it. Otherwise, yeah, no, that is not the way for the person that you want to ask to find out. Even if she doesn't want to do it, No, that's just not the way you ask. You get really nice to them. That's if you want to get anything out of someone, you get really nice to them because they like, oh yeah, totally. And if they say no, you respect that still. Yeah, because I'm not going to force you to take an 8-hour day to watch a newborn because you are free with no kids now. Like, you still got stuff to do. Like, you've been doing that for how many years now? And now you, like you said, I have now some stuff I can actually get into on, like, the 5 hours I have without having to go drop off and pick up kids.
Yeah, nope.
So, if I was in this situation, I would be willing to watch the kids, but I would be so pissed if this is how I found out. Like, I'd be pissed and be like, yeah, no, I actually just started this where I need to do some things here, so I can't watch the baby right away. Especially if it's a newborn.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't you be home with the newborn for a while? Shouldn't you make sure it's a newborn. At least make sure it's over at least the 2 to 3 month mark. That's just crazy. So these people are like so itching to go back to work, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Either that or the places that they have don't offer maternity leave, which I think is illegal.
Well, if they're not full-time.
Yeah, but even so, even if you're not full-time, they should have something in the contract about maternity leave.
Not if you're a part-time person.
Well, then that person should be working. If the wife is a part-timer and she's that eager to go back to work because she doesn't want to lose her job over having a baby, then either they shouldn't have had a baby yet.
That or she doesn't have much maternal instinct in her.
That's just...
to want to stay home.
That's just so weird. And then to force it on the person that's like, oh, she has no one at home now, so she can take care of it. That's like Justin and I when my mom because she retired early, she basically just became the babysitter for everyone. And then throughout the years, we're just like, okay, we'd like her to be less of a babysitter and to actually be a grandma where we can go to her, and not have to just drop our kids off and let her take care of them all day. Like, she's retired. Let her enjoy retirement. So that's why we're like, we feel bad for doing that on my own mom who's willing to take the kids. And we're the ones that are saying like, okay, yeah, we know you enjoy this, but we also know that you're a free woman from work. You haven't been able to do any of your own things because you've been too worried about our kids. So yeah, that's weird. We have an edit. I 100% am having a private conversation with them, which is what I would have wanted them to do. I can and do stand up for myself. I was caught off guard and honestly pissed. Didn't want to make everyone uncomfortable at dinner. I realized I could have simply said this or that, but it wouldn't have come out of my mouth very nice. No, my husband didn't volunteer me. It's my sibling. Oh, so this is like brother or sister. That's still ridiculous for them to just assume that you could do that.
Probably a sister.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you think... I wonder if it's the brother and the sister-in-law is just going by everything her husband is saying. And her husband's probably like, oh, it's not a big deal. My sister will do anything.
Or I can see it being a younger sister to the older sister saying,
yeah, it's either a brother, because sometimes I don't think a brother understands how much taking care of a child... especially if it's the first kid.
But that's why I think it is the sister, because from a mother perspective, I feel like the mother would be like, no, don't tell your sister she's going to take my baby.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Okay, so I think we'll find out. Hold on. So let's see. There is an update. I realized some of you were right. I needed to tell them ASAP so they can plan actual daycare. I called him last night. It was a brother. I calmly asked him if he really thought I would be watching his baby. He said yes because I was home all the time. Yeah, see, okay, this is why I'm gonna get mad because...
Did he speak with his wife, though?
I'm sorry, who knows? It could be a young wife and she's not there on what being a mother is like, and I don't know. Who knows? And he's probably engraved in her mind saying, oh no, my sister will take the baby. She'll take care of him. So I calmly asked him if he really thought I would be watching his baby. He said yes, because I was home all the time. I asked him why he didn't ask me first, and he said he didn't think he had to, which, nope, no. That is just being entitled there. It really pissed me off. I said I have plenty to do, and that if there is an emergency, I will be there and help, but that I wasn't going to watch the baby every day. He then got pissed and said they planned for me, and now they have no idea how they will afford childcare. This baby was planned, I should add. Okay, so they've been knowing this from the beginning, that they were just going to use her without even telling her.
Yeah.
He is upset because he also needs to work out for 2 hours a day after work. Buddy. He feels now that he won't be able to, and that will mess up his mental health.
Aww.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you not get your extra protein build-up today? Did you not get your little flex time?
Goodness.
Like, you just had a baby. You have other priorities now in life than your workout.
Yeah.
Oh my, do workouts at home. Do workouts at home with the baby.
Yeah. Especially a newborn. They're going to sleep.
They're going to sleep. Just literally be there. Get you some weights at home. Have the baby in the carrier or something. And do a workout right there. It's not that big of a deal. My goodness. Save money on that membership now that you could use for a babysitter.
Yeah.
Like, goodness. Okay, so they work from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and work out for 2 hours after that. I wonder if they both go together. They're probably they're workout people.
Probably gym people.
They're gym people after work. That's around 10 hours I would have this newborn. No, absolutely not. I said so you're having a baby for me to take care of so your lives don't change? We have talked about how happy I am in this moment with free time. He said a child is more important than your hobbies, which totally set me the rest of the way off.
Exactly. So you don't have to go to the gym.
A baby is more important than your hobbies. Well, then this isn't even my baby. That's the thing. Oh my word. So, and I wonder if they were thinking of even paying her. I bet they weren't, because they couldn't afford childcare.
Probably not.
So they were using her for free labor for 10 hours so they could still live their lives
10
the
plus
same.
hours.
10 plus hours. That's ridiculous. That is, yeah, no. Okay. I said mine are, because I had them. Your child is more important than the gym. It's not up to you to decide what I do with my time, and you can work out at home, like we said. I said I was sorry and hung up. Now it's going to be super awkward, but at least they know now. No, I'm sorry.
Awkward.
It's not awkward. You told them what they needed to know. They need to grow up. They had a child. They need to grow up now. I'm really curious to know how old these people are, because that's ridiculous that they think that this is perfectly normal to do. Just to...
Why do you think I had to ask you? I just figured you'd take my kid.
Yeah, and I never thought of asking you. I just knew you would, because you know it's going to be more important. No. You know what I feel sorry for? This baby.
Like, I had my kids. I did my time.
No, seriously. I had my kids. They were important to me more than anything else. And now that they have their own little time at school where I'm at home, now I have things I can do.
Yeah.
I've had my turn. Now it's your turn. You get to sacrifice things that you wanted to do or keep up with because you wanted a child. That was planned.
Yep.
So you got to put that stuff aside to know what's more important, and which is your child. Do a workout at home, like we said. Like, this is ridiculous. Honestly, if this happened to me, like I said before, I said I would be willing to take care of the shit. No, not after all that. No, I'd be like, nope, no way. I'm sorry. I had my turn. I think you need to learn responsibility.
If that's the case, I might as well just adopt them.
Right? Exactly. If I'm going to have them for 10 hours, and then you're probably going to have them for another, 12 hours while they're sleeping?
Well, that's the thing. They're not even going to have them to... Yeah.
At this point, that child, they don't know.
Yeah. And
because
the child won't know them.
The child won't know them. They'll know that their auntie is literally their mom because she's the only one that's good enough to raise them. But no, in this case, I'd stand my ground. I do feel bad for this baby because this baby's just been born. and already they're being neglectful of this child, like just throwing it on someone else, or they're just being so entitled and bratty.
That could be it too.
So they're gonna find out once they have to actually take care of this child that they're gonna hate it because it's not as easy as they thought it was going to be. That's just, yeah. Like I said, I'm really curious to see how old these people are because this is stupid. So top comment is, no, the F I'm not was the appropriate answer to give in the moment. That's what the person said. When they ask again, it will still be an appropriate answer. Someone said, oh, really? This is the first time I'm hearing about it, with a flat stare. Someone said, bingo, they did it in public on purpose. So Uno reversed that crap, they said.
Yeah, no.
No, this is, yeah.
I would have said something if it was
I would have too. I would have been like, oh, this is news. You guys haven't talked to me about this. No, honestly, yeah, I would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. I wish you'd come to me sooner, but
sorry you thought that.
I actually do have some things that I'm keeping myself busy with that I won't be able to take care of your child. Like, if your babysitter can't take him care for like a day, then yeah, no problem. But nah, other than that, I can't do it every day. I can't even do it half the day.
I don't want to do it.
Right? See, I would, knowing me, because if it made my sibling, oh, this is so hard, because with my siblings, I would take care of the kids, but I wouldn't just, they wouldn't expect me just to take care of them. They know I'm busy with my own lives too.
Yeah.
So, and with my own kids, because I have 3 kids. And when they all go off to school, doesn't matter. I still got things to do and then go pick them up, and we got sports and everything. So, yeah, it's a busy time. I will say, I do know one person that probably would be like this person. We don't need to name them, but I'm guessing you know them too.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm saying, okay, I'll just edit it out.
He'd be the one who expects it?
Yeah, no, I'd say he kind of reminds me of this. He just kind of expects it. Like, you're like, oh, you need a job?
Yeah, it has happened.
I was going to say, this actually has happened. It's happened to both of us, because when I was pregnant with, I think, James, I was expected to take care of 2 of their kids, and one of them had broken his legs at the time. Yeah. So here I am, big and pregnant, and they're like, well, you'll have to carry him to the toilet every time. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't carry a child with 2 broken legs to the toilet while I'm 8 months pregnant. Yeah. I'm just like,
I remember that.
It was a tough time, but it was still ridiculous to sometimes ask people. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has happened to us. Mm-hmm. So,
and for other things too. Just,
no, yeah, exactly. Yeah, other things too. Like I would say, like, we would only ask you if we had no one else, and even if we had no one else, we would still ask you sometimes. And if you said no, we wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
Like, if we ask anyone, we make sure, like, if you are not able to do it, not a big deal. Like. Mm. You just let us know, and if you can do it at first, then all of a sudden something comes up, we totally understand. We'll find someone else. Just let us know at a good time, because childcare for 3 kids is a little hard. Sometimes we have to spread them out. So, okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. So that was an interesting one. Okay, next one I have is, we're gonna do, these are 2 big ones. Maybe we'll do this one. This one's a crazy one. Okay. So this one, and I don't know if you've ever heard of this thing. We'll see if you find out. I've heard of this one before, so I already know what's going to happen, but we'll see if you kind of understand where this is going off of. But this is from Best Reddit Updates. It was posted r/AITAH, so am I the a-hole? And it's, am I the a-hole for telling my heavily pregnant friend her fiancé was in a documentary? So once we talk about the documentary, you'll probably wonder. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It was out there for a little bit. So this was in August. Original post was August 3rd, 2025. So it was posted not that long ago in the last few months, but the documentary, I think, was posted from like earlier. Like way earlier of this past year. Okay. So it's currently 4 a.m. and I feel so guilty right now. I can't sleep. Okay, so myself and a few girlfriends decided to watch a documentary that's been trending. Not gonna lie, I was expecting a documentary showing a human side of a certain person, but yeah, it's as anyone who has watched the documentary knows what it was. On to the issue, my friend's fiance was one of the 1,000. I wasn't the first person to notice. 2 other friends were first to notice. I didn't believe it at first, but with a second watch, it was definitely him now. Even though his face was covered, the body shape and especially the tattoos were undeniable. We debated it till the early hours of the morning if we should tell her or wait because she's 8 months pregnant. But I am the person, if someone cheats like that, it's not their first time, and I'd rather lose her friendship for telling someone straight away than her finding out if I knew. Hit it because let's be real, when you tell someone news like that, there's a huge chance they'll hate you and not the cheater. Okay, so you guys think what this is?
No.
Do you remember the Bonnie Blue documentary?
Bonnie Blue?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she had the documentary where she basically had sex with 1,000 men or more. Yeah, so this is the documentary.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so he was part of the 1,000.
Okay.
And they recognized him even though his face was covered. He had distinct tattoos and the body shape that they all recognized this was their friend's fiance.
Okay.
So this Sunday morning, I asked my friend to meet up to talk, and I showed her the evidence, and the minute she looked at the picture, she knew it was him and broke down. I expected her to be angry at me, but she thanked me for being honest, as multiple people have hinted that she should watch the documentary instead of being upfront like I was. So that's crazy that they would just mention, like, hey, you should watch this documentary. Like, you should watch this. And then, would you rather tell her, or would you tell her to watch the documentary without saying, like, anything? They just hinted that, like, hey, you should watch this.
I guess it would depend on that friend. Like, if I wasn't super close with them, I'd probably maybe let them find out.
See,
but I don't know. I could see it going both ways.
You know what? You're right. I guess it really depends. To me, even if you weren't as close of a friend to me, or if I knew how you were going to react, I would still have just gone up to them and been like, "This is ridiculous." See, I don't know.
Or I might have approached it like, "Hey, you should watch this and tell me that doesn't look like your person." Or
it's so weird. How do you tell someone about this that you hey, I watched a documentary
and there was a guy that looked a lot like him.
Like, hey, doesn't Steve have this tattoo? I don't know. I swore I saw that exact tattoo on this documentary we were watching.
Is that like a popular one?
Is that a common one that people get? Oh no, it was actually his grandma's.
He designed it.
Oh, okay. Right? Oh my gosh, that's just so hard. What do you do with that? So I ended up driving her to her mom's house. I'm guessing she told her fiance. I told her because he has been blowing up my phone, calling me an evil little homewrecker who ruins not only his life and calling me out on social media for trying to ruin his relationship and wanting his unborn daughter to grow up without a dad. Dude.
You did that yourself.
But you didn't even deny it.
For 30 seconds of fun.
Probably not even that. Oh my goodness. My friends are angry with me for telling her straight away and not waiting until she had the baby in case the stress would cause issues to her health.
The baby would have been fine.
The baby would have been fine. The baby can deal with great stress. It's after the baby's born that she's taking care of it. The baby can tell when the mom is stressed.
And not to mention, if you do all that after the baby's born and they've already settled into a routine, then you're messing up that routine instead of her having to figure that out before she's got a newborn.
And because of all the hormones you have, especially after you've had labor and you've had a baby and you're with your fiance, who at the time you're so lovingly looking at, we just had this major bond of having a baby together, of me giving birth and you were there for me. And then to find out that he's a cheater, no, it's better to do it before when you have a clearer mind than when after you've had a baby.
Yeah. Because then you're just messing up that whole
dynamic
first moments
and
that you think this is how things
right.
are
That's just literally gonna ruin it when you can literally think ahead. Like, okay, I'm gonna have my mom. I'll have one of my good friends or something. There's someone else to remember. It's all gonna be like tainted anyways because of everything that your fiance did. But at least it won't be tainted, especially with having a baby, because you can't get that back.
I think she's not going to be stuck dealing with the baby and him and trying to figure out living situations. It's better to get all that done before the baby comes.
Take care of it before the baby comes. Like, my goodness, that just be... I could not imagine that much stress.
I would probably be very mad if someone told me
after the baby was born.
I had the baby.
Like, honestly, I don't even know if these people know how pregnancy works, but... It's better to deal with that stuff beforehand and instead of after, because you're stressed. What if she has postpartum depression, so PPD? What if she gets that because of this and everything? And she's like, I can't deal with this. I can't handle the baby plus this is too much. She'll need to figure out that support system and everything because of that change before the baby comes. So thank you, OP, for doing that ahead of time, because I think what you did probably was the best solution compared to what your friends did, which was literally just hinting for it and then not straight up telling her, thinking of not straight up telling her until after the baby's born. I don't know what their thought process was with that. And I know they're saying we don't want to stress her out too much. I mean, she's heavily pregnant, so I think at this point she's good at having the baby anytime. Yeah. And the baby would be okay. Doctors have done miracles with babies that are born even less than that, like half their own pregnancy time span. So it's like, yeah, no, I think she would have been okay. Okay, so it goes on to saying, I don't give two craps, if I'm being honest, about her fiance, but I feel so bad for her putting my friend in this situation while heavily pregnant, and I'm worried if something does happen to her, if it will be my fault, like maybe she would have watched it herself and found it out on her own. Am I the a-hole for telling my pregnant friend her fiance was in a documentary? Edit, the name of the documentary is in the comments for more info. I'm extremely tired of my mental health isn't too well right now, so I can't be bothered to fix the post. No, we already figured it out. And we already kind of talked about this. We're saying, no, you're not. Whatever happens to her, the baby will be fine. You know, anything can happen. We don't know, obviously, but honestly, the baby can handle now being in the mom. The baby can handle the stress. The body can handle a bunch of it, and it won't affect the child. Like we already said, this is better to tell the mom now, your friend now, than after the baby's born, especially dealing with fiance. So, comments, some relevant top comments are, just to be clear, since the OP wasn't, and then they basically said, the dude was in a porn video banging a random chick with 999 other guys, apparently while already with his fiance. I'm pretty sure this is cut and dry. LOL. So OP had responded saying, edit, people were saying I was being very vague in the post, but I didn't know, would say the name of the documentary would be against the rules. They're saying that too much information away for my friend's sake. I'll edit the post later when I've added getting some sleep. He was part of the 1000 Bonnie Blue line up in January. So this was originally in January of 2025. They got engaged on Christmas Day, and my friend would have found out around January she was pregnant. She didn't tell us till she was about 3 months pregnant. So they got engaged on Christmas Day, got pregnant around the same time this documentary was going on. And he just like, I'm gonna make I'm gonna make my girlfriend a fiance, and then literally maybe a few weeks later is like, I'm gonna bang this random woman.
Yeah.
Just because I get like 30 seconds or less of fame.
She looks like she's 50 anyway.
She kind of does. Like, how old is she? I don't even know.
She's in her 20s.
She's in her 20s?
Yeah. She's younger than me.
Are you kidding? She's in her 20s? She looks like she's a 40 to 50-year-old.
Yeah, no, she's in her 20s.
Okay, I was not expecting that. I honestly thought she was just this older, like, people were like, oh, she's this older hot chick. No, she's younger than us. That's crazy.
She's young.
Oh my word, I didn't even know that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. So, someone puts down, let's be real. What matters is how your friend feels. You told her right away and she was thankful. I think that's all we should really know about that. She took action right away. Does that sound like the kind of person who would want you to keep that secret from her? And OP had responded, it's early days yet, though. She could stay with him, and this could all turn on me. I'm a hairdresser. I've had women coming in telling me about their divorce, giving very valid reasons why they're doing it. Then maybe 4 weeks later, they'll come in praising their partner. There's always a chance with situations like this that the victim will put their hate on the wrong person. I mean, okay, if that happens, if they
can work it out, more power to them.
Then you shouldn't be with. Okay, here's the thing: you did the right thing. You did the right thing with telling her. If that's her choice to stay with the fiance, that is. Maybe you shouldn't be friends with this person then. If you really think that's not the right thing to do, and you don't think that's like, oh, I don't really believe in how your reasoning. I'll be maybe there for you, but I don't think I could do this again. Like, I don't know if I could be there. Maybe just be a distant friend from then on. I don't know. Like, it's really, if they hate you for it, that's their problem. Because they're not dealing with the fact in front of them that he cheated. And they shouldn't be getting mad at other people, but they should be taking care of it themselves. Like, they should be figuring out themselves.
You did your part. I mean, if he does it again, that's on her.
Yeah. They can work it out, but
anybody else.
Yeah. And she literally said in the beginning, she's like, if someone could be this crazy to going into like this event, and she's like, then I think he's been cheating more than once.
Yeah.
Someone that crazy, you don't just all of a sudden up and say, well, if I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna go out with a bang.
Especially doing it with 999 other guys.
Like, what makes you think that is? And I'm hoping he didn't spread any, like, there was any diseases that were passed. But did they even have enough time to put condoms on?
Oh, yeah.
Did they? Did you watch it?
No, but I heard a lot about it.
I never even heard of this, and probably because I don't have the TV on, I don't have news on, I don't see, maybe it's not in my algorithm either for like social media, but I did not ever hear about this until I actually heard about this Reddit post. So I just think that's insanely crazy. So, okay, so someone else had said, I mean, not the a-hole, but I gotta ask, was he in a porno, or are pornos now being called documentaries? And that's when they were saying the Bonnie Blue documentary is basically a porno. We literally thought it was going to show a human side of her or anything else than whatever that documentary was. And a commenter had said, okay, I knew the 1,000 Men was a thing. I didn't know she made a documentary too. Yeah, it does sound like it would still veer into pornography, which, I mean, yeah.
I mean, technically it was, because it was filmed, but...
What was it even? Was it just on YouTube they posted it, or...
I don't know
how
Bonnie did it, but
I don't know how they did it. Yeah.
It was a building, and there was multiple flights of stairs, because I've seen videos where there's guys that are just like in their boxers up stairs waiting to go into her room, and they were like in and out. It's not like they had time.
Oh, yeah. And I guess there was like multiple all together at a time. There wasn't just like one-on-one.
Oh, no. She was never by herself. She had a crew.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm saying like she had like sometimes she had like foursomes and threesomes constantly. It wasn't even just one-on-one guys with her. They would like sometimes they'd have like a group of them just to try and get as many as they could out. And honestly, I think it was more than 1,000. They just put 1,000 because they honestly said by the time we ended up with it, we probably had more than 1,000 people lined up there. But that's just crazy. How does that even happen? How do you sign up for something as nuts as that?
Yeah, it's just
she's crazy. She's
broadcasting like I will be here at this time, and people showed up.
That's just so many things that are wrong with that.
Yeah,
so many things. I think they were trying to get the world record, the Guinness World Record, like to do it. And I don't know if they ever actually came, she said. I couldn't remember. I was watching like an interview with her, just being like, what is this woman? Like, I don't even know who this woman is. And then to hear all this happening.
Yeah, she was born 1999.
1999, oh my gosh. So there was an update posted the next day. The only update, so my friend's fiance wasn't the only one of our partners to do the lineup My boyfriend of 3 years was one. So was another friend's husband. 2 hours ago, the friend's fiance posted screenshots of a group chat and photographic receipts no one could deny. So OP's boyfriend was in there. Another one of the group's friends. They're all watching it. Yeah. Can they not be like, oh no, they're watching the documentary. I wonder if they can guess who we are.
A lot of those men were masked, though.
Yeah, but they found the friend's fiance. So, and maybe not all of them were somehow...
Well, he may not have been fully covered if they saw his tattoos, and he obviously was wearing, like, a t-shirt or something, depending on his distinctive tattoos, but...
Yeah.
Majority of those men all had face coverings of some type.
So other men in relationships are involved, he said in the caption. I wasn't the only one there. Tags me, tags OP. Maybe check your own man before coming to my relationship. And tags 5 other women. I'm not taking the blame alone and being seen as the bad guy while he tags the men did the same.
I would have been like, okay, thank you for letting me know because now I don't want to.
Well, yeah.
I think he's thinking like, here's, back at you. But then as the female, I'd be like, well, thank you. I don't want to be a part of that relationship either.
I'm glad it came out in the open. So, I mean, as much as this guy thinks he's like, oh, He's
just mad that he was called out. He's not looking at it from the perspective of if that was his woman doing it to a man.
Uh-huh.
He would want to be like, tell your buddies, like, hey, your girls were in on this too.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
It's a good thing that you tattled on your other guy friends.
I was going to say, honestly, he thinks it was a bad thing in the end, but honestly,
think any
it's
of
like...
those females are going to be like, how dare you?
You did those other women a favor. You did them a favor there. So she's like, there was a lot more said, but I just stopped reading and just deleted my social media account, then blocked my now ex. I don't want to hear his explanation. I feel so humiliated and physically sick. I didn't know how I'm going to face the coworkers or clients at work tomorrow. I wish I could just disappear. My phone is going crazy, so I'm going to turn it off for a while, take a long shower, then see if I can get any sleep for what I'm sure will be heck tomorrow. Yeah, so I guess there's an editor's note, and it says, yes, there is a real documentary with that term used rather loosely about this on Apple TV. It is an hour long, so not everyone was shown in it. Oh, so not everyone was shown in it. So, I mean, that is 1,000 men. That's got to be like a full day. A full day.
Oh, yeah, it was.
So, getting just an hour's worth of video on there had to be so much editing.
Oh, it was, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Several hours that she was making this to get everyone through.
Yeah. So another editor's note says, so these men go into a room where there are 5 cameras all set up to record and thought a balaclava, I don't know what's a balaclava, would prevent positive ID. So yeah, okay, never mind. So yeah, would prevent positive ID along with the caveat that they had to agree and allow themselves to be filmed because it was going to be public. If you want a brief thing about this, there's an article that sums it up. Yeah, no. I know. To really sum up how this was those for that don't want to click on the link, 7 men ruined their relationship for 45 seconds of sex. They got to stick it in, pump a few times, then leave. But hey, they got to bang a porn star, I guess.
Yeah, if you can call her that.
Honestly, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's just so crazy what men would be willing to do off of just a quick, like, hey, I'm going to be available this time. You can bang me for free. If it was even for free. So, that's nuts. But yeah, not much we can do there. So, I'm glad the fiance got out. I'm hoping she gets tested and she's clean. I'm hoping everyone gets tested and they're clean because that would just be ridiculous if, yeah, that would be horrible. But at least they got out of the relationships that they thought were okay. Just everyone of that friend group was like, hey, George, I see you're here.
We've all been around.
I know, right? Like, yeah, they all like stand in line. They're like, George? Sam? I didn't know you'd be here. I just like
probably planned it. Guys' night out.
Oh my word. it's our bachelor night. We all get to make a porn star. That's a little gross. Okay, we're going to go on to our next story. It is r/petty revenge. This is from 2 years ago. And it says, guy tries to claim the armrest. I let him have it his way. So I am a big lover of the theater, and I will usually go to whatever Broadway show manages to make it to my city. I also have the cutest nephew in existence. Sorry, people, these are facts. When Disney's The Lion King came around, I decided to treat my cute little nephew to his first live theater show. I wanted everything to be perfect for him and managed to snag a close orchestra seat right on the aisle because I knew that during the circle of life, there is a large elephant puppet that makes its way down the aisle, and I wanted him to be surprised and blown away. The seats are very tight, so it was my nephew on the aisle, me, and then frickin' rude old guy. We're going to call him Frog. I don't know. Frog. We take our seats, curtains up, and then I spend the entire first act getting elbowed in the side by Frog's bony elbows. He had to know what he was doing, but it happened over and over again. I wanted to turn street so bad, but I reminded myself that I have my cute little nephew with me, and I don't want him to see Auntie's street side. And so I stewed the first half and focused on my nephew's pure joy at the show. During intermission, the Frog gets up and I decided the best way to handle things would be discreetly, and that I should claim the armrest for myself so that my arm would protect me. Mind made up, I casually placed my arm down and focused on my nephew. Frog gets back, sits down, and proceeds to jam his bony elbow under my arm and physically throw it off the rest. He looks at me and says, "It's his because he was using it before." I went 0 to oh heck no in 0.2 seconds and was about to lay into him when I remembered cute little nephew is with me. Breathe, girl, breathe. Suddenly, the devil on my shoulder whispers the best idea into my head and I evil grin. He wants the armrest? Fine, he can have it. I proceed to lay my arm perfectly on top of his, as if his arm is the armrest, complete with my hand over his. He looks over to me in shock and I stare straight at him, silently daring him to say anything. He pulls his arm back and spends the rest of the second act with his arms crossed, and I sit comfortably, enjoying a wonderful show with my darling nephew.
That's fair.
When I heard street auntie, I was like, that's totally you. Can't go all street in front of my nephew.
No, he's gonna learn.
No, honestly, what do you think of the rule with armrest? Like, if you have one on each side, who gets one? Doesn't like everyone just get like...
Everyone would get one side. At the movie theater, you only get one side. And then, yeah.
Yeah. No, I honestly agree. Everyone should get at least their one. So depending on which side doesn't have an armrest, the other person would get that side and so on. Everyone would just get that one side. So for him to get both armrests, I don't care if you're an older gentleman, you know.
I don't care if you're old.
It's called etiquette, you know, theater etiquette.
And they should know it.
Right? Well, I also think of this as like with airplanes. And you've been in airplanes and everything. I haven't been in one since I was like 4, so I don't know how the airport and airplanes work, and I honestly think would be freaking out if I had to take 3 kids with me and have to go to an airplane. Nope. I think it'd freak me out too much. I'd be too stressed because I haven't been on one since I was 4. But when there's obviously the 3 seats, the window, middle, and aisle, who do you think the middle person, this is like a debate I keep hearing, do you think the middle person should have both armrests?
No, because if there's only 3, there's always one on the end aisle.
So the one by the window doesn't get...
No, they would.
They would get a... No, I'm saying, does the one by the window, does the window part, the side, like by the plane, does that get an armrest?
There's 3. So the window would get this one. the person here would get this one, and this end one would get the one on the aisle.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, because some people were saying, like, oh, with the window seat, people can lean up against the window.
And you can lean up against the window, but that doesn't affect the armrest. I mean,
yeah, just some people are saying, like, if you're in the middle, you're kind of squished. No, and so because you don't have as much space, like, the aisle would get, like, you get freer space because you got open area in the aisle. The person by the window has the window to lean up against.
Well, that's the thing. You don't, because you're not supposed to be in the aisle in any way, shape, or form.
No, but the middle seat, they're saying that they would get squished, so they just think it's like, oh, it's just, it's the way.
Pull down your table and lean on your table.
Okay, another thing.
Nobody wants to sit in the middle anyway.
Okay, so you think everyone should get their one armrest?
Everyone, yeah, that's how that is set. Whether or not you follow it.
Do you think that happens?
Probably not. I don't know. Who willingly sits in the middle?
Do you have any crazy airplane stories?
No, I purposely don't sit by crazy people.
Well, how do you know if they're crazy until you actually sit by them?
Because I sit accordingly. So
do you ever pick a middle seat?
No. Unless it's my people, that's one thing. I can fight with my people and not worry about it.
Justin said, like, the last time he picked airplane seats for him, because this is when I drove with my family to Florida, and he's like, absolutely not. I'm not driving again. I hate driving. So we had him fly there, and the seats I picked out for him, so for some reason I'm the one that's always getting his airplane seats, even though it's like, you're the one that's flying. Why aren't you doing this? Shouldn't you know your own information? But I think it's just because I do everything.
Yeah.
But basically I'm like, okay, so there's these seats. Do you want a cheap seat, or there's this actual seat that's actually good pricing, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's by the emergency doors.
All emergency exit seating have more leg room.
So
those are the ones you sit by.
He picked that one because he's like, they technically say that they would like people who are able to push the door open, who are stronger and able to get other people out. So they're technically people that can take up that seat. And he's like, yeah, I could
just as long as you have the ability to.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, oh yeah, I could do that. Plus you got the free leg room. You don't have anyone in front of you. So he's done that, and he's like, I could do this every time. And I'm like, okay.
Every plane has one, so
good for you. It's like, okay, that's good. If that's what works for you, then that's fine with me. So I think he also got like an aisle seat, and I think it didn't matter as long as he got one of those seats, because it said that if you claim for one of these seats, we'll keep you here, or something like that. There was something like that. If you're able to, like, obviously be, and it would say like you have to be certain built or this to be sitting able here. And it was weird how the site. I think they said it was recommended, but it wasn't.
Yeah, because
mandatory.
They verbally ask you, each person, are you willing to assist? If you say no, they will move you.
Yeah.
You have to say yes. You will assist in emergencies.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's a requirement for them to verbally ask you, and you have to verbally say yes or no. If no, they will move you.
Okay, so yeah, I've never really known the whole thing there, but yeah, and it worked out for him because he's like, hey, I got a nice roomy seat out of it.
They're not bad.
Okay, we're gonna go to our last story, and this is I don't know what you did there. This is from also an Am I the A-hole r/AITAH. It's from 1 month ago. So boyfriend is mad at me because he opened up the relationship and got no dates. Am I the a-hole for how I responded?
What?
Never mind, we'll just go into it. Okay, so me and my boyfriend, both 37, have been dating for just over 3 years. Prior to this, I was single for 8 years. Overall, it's been a healthy relationship. We are both independent with our jobs, living situations, etc. I do love spending time with him. I don't really have any complaints. However, something that startled me was back about 6 months ago, him saying that he wanted to open the relationship up, meaning going on dates and sleeping with other women. I've never been in a dynamic like this, so I naturally had a lot of questions. He told me that I could also go on dates and sleep with other men. I honestly was a little skeptical at first, but after doing some research and having time to think, I agreed. He had told me that if at any point I wasn't comfortable, we could stop and close the relationship up again. One of the rules was we don't discuss with each other what we're doing or who we're doing or going on dates with, etc. I signed up to a dating app. Within a few days, I got 500 plus likes, and it's been pretty steady since. So I started matching with people, texting, and arranging dates. On an average, I go on 1 or 2 dates a month. There are also some people in similar dynamics of open relationships that I'm going on dates with, sleeping with regularly. I quite like the fact that everything is non-committal. So even though I was skeptical at first, I am enjoying the open relationship. As decided from before, I haven't told my boyfriend about any of this. I was at my boyfriend's house the other day and my phone was on the kitchen counter. He saw my notifications and then proceeded to go through my phone and read messages, including going through the dating app and whatnot. To say he was angry was an understatement. Turns out he opened the relationship up to take out on a date a younger colleague at his workplace who misread his idea of a date as just a work lunch. He then openly told me that he wanted to see if it would work with her so he could ultimately leave me for her. Why would you admit that? However, she didn't want him, and it seems like no one else did either. In the last 6 months, he's had a few rough dates, but no one additional to sleep with. I feel somewhat embarrassed for him. He demanded we instantly close the relationship up, and I told him that maybe we should just end things or at least take a break. He was outraged and called me names, but he was the one who wanted this dynamic, so what's the problem? I left, and as I walked home, I am contemplating fully breaking it off with him. He's been blowing up my phone up, and I am not quite sure what to say. Am I the a-hole?
No, but you're not very smart.
Well, honestly, if any boyfriend honestly wants to open up the relationship, then that's a huge red flag, and you probably should just end things.
Especially at 37. What are you doing dating for 3 years at 37 and then wanting an open relationship?
Exactly.
At that time in life. You might as well just be friends with benefits if that's your...
Exactly. Honestly, it's like, come on. Now, if this is what he wants to do at this age and doesn't want to fully commit, then... Like you said yourself, you weren't used to this because you haven't dated as often. So you're like, oh, I'm a little confused. Well, you should just know that if anyone wants to open a relationship so they can just openly have a relationship with other people, they don't...
to you mentally.
No, they're not fully committed to you. And yeah, honestly, and how long was this going to last? Was this going to last forever? Yeah. How was your own relationship with him going? Like, is that even a thing anymore if you guys are actually seeing other people at times? Like, I'm so glad it was working for you because it just showed that maybe you're worth more than other people, like, than he was with you, and more people wanted to have your attention than he did. But once he saw that it wasn't working for him and he was all mad, then honestly, that should have been way past like your 5th sign to leave him. But and for him to ultimately upright admit it that he was thinking of leaving you anyways after he was asking out his younger colleague.
Like, all right, well, no problem.
He literally just said, I wanted to see if it worked out with her and wanted to leave you for it. And this was an excuse to literally make it seem okay. And because of that, that's the audacity for him to be like, well, then we should close it up and we should be together again. And you'd be like, no. Yeah, no. Don't be contemplating this. Just do it. He's not worth your time. He didn't think he was worth your time when he was thinking of leaving you for another woman, and then she ended up not being interested in him.
She's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I thought we were just going on a work lunch. So, no, you're not the a-hole, and you need to not contemplate. You need to leave him. You need to go and find someone else that's going to...
You have full independence as you guys aren't living together.
Exactly. Easy breakup. Exactly. Easy breakup. So easy, so quick, so easy. Don't even think back on him. He wasn't worth your time. So you got other people out there. So I'm glad you're independent and you can be your own woman. Perfect. You don't need him in your life. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty easy. Someone had put as top comment, you should join the rest of the population and not dating him as well. I'd feel a little embarrassed too if all of a sudden you'd be like, oh, you haven't gotten any dates
besides me?
No action? Oh, that's too bad. So, Yeah, sounds like you're out there killing it. Have you considered asking out his work colleague? She'd probably have better
Maybe
luck
she
than
swings
him.
that way.
Right? She'd probably have better luck than him anyways. Yeah, no, everyone's just like totally like, oh please, like, yeah, don't be with this guy. Or someone says, yes, do this and report back immediately. You two have a lot to talk about. No, you don't. You don't have a lot to talk about.
There's not much to
There's not anything to talk about. Just leave the guy. Okay. That's all the stories I have. What did you think? Fun, yeah. What was, I guess, you know what I need to do is I need to just come up with a bunch of crazy people who post on Am I the A-hole and who obviously are the A-hole. And then we need to figure out who the biggest a-hole is out of all the stories. There's some pretty bad ones out there that you're like, I can't believe you actually posted this and thought it was a good idea. So I need to put that out there. So that should be a theme out here. But then today was just more random stories of like a bunch of different subreddits. If you guys have subreddits of your own that you enjoy, or that you guys haven't noticed how I've encountered them yet and you think that we should because there's some good stories on there, definitely list them out. You can reach us at the Reddit Randos at gmail.com. But other than that, please like, rate us, subscribe, what is it? Follow us. I'm trying to come up with other terms. I'm seeing that we're getting quite a few more followers every week, or at least people listening and all the downloads. So that's awesome to hear. Also awesome to see. I don't know, I say the wrong things all the time. Can't believe you guys are still listening to me.
Me either.
Shut up. You don't even listen to me. You literally just come and you never listen to the episodes.
I don't want to hear myself.
There's so many more that you're not in.
I don't want to hear those either.
Oh, jeez. Well, okay. Anyways, yeah, we got Thanksgiving out of the way. We got Christmas coming up. We were just talking about some family events coming up. You think there'll be any drama?
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Yes, we'll report in later. I've been really curious of if we actually do get any drama, since we did get drama a few months ago on social media, and now we're gonna see each other in person that we haven't seen each other since last year. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But if you guys have anything, like any comments, any suggestions, any stories of your own, please let us know. I'd love to tell the podcast, or I record here your stories. You can even have it anonymous because I'm all cool with that. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe, and we'll see you not tomorrow. Next week. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Can't reach. Nope, I'm not stopping here.